Alright, welcome to Right On with John Crane, and this is going to be a jam-packed episode here, and I'm going to dive right in. And you guys are going to see lots of projects here that I'm working on in the shop this past week. And first up on the docket here is this anvil. Now you guys all saw me make this anvil in the previous video there, and now it's time to put it to some work. And how I'm going to put it to some work is making a leather sheath for this Norlund hatchet. And you guys saw me put a handle on this Norlund hatchet a couple of videos back there. And so now it's time to make a sheath. So I'm going to show using this anvil here for doing that leather work, for hammering copper rivets and that type of thing. And then I'm also going to show how to use metal letter and stamp punches on this for stamping into metal and stamping into leather. So I'll go into that a little bit. And then also on the docket, I had a customer come in and wanted me to modify some forks for a Harley Davidson. So I got some footage that I'm going to show you of me working on the Bridgeport mill and over on the LeBlanc lathe there to customize those Harley forks. And then also here on the docket, I'm kind of known for making a really good beef tenderloin, right? So lots of people always asking me for this recipe. So this week, actually what I did is I crafted a barbecue out of a 55-gallon drum, and I'm gonna show you some footage of building that barbecue there. It's a barbecue fire pit. And then I'm also gonna give you the recipe here for this beef tenderloin. You guys are just gonna love this. It's a great beef tenderloin recipe. Super simple. Your friends and family will dig it. So yeah, there's lots to do here today. So let's get busy. This is an interesting little leather sheath project that I'm doing for this Norlund here. And I got this stack up here. And what's going to happen is this is going to fold over, and I'm going to have a little stud to close this. But if I take the stack apart right here, you can see I got this piece right here, and then I have this little tapered stack up right here of parts that follows the taper of the hatchet head there. And then on this end, I got a real tall stack up right here. So my next step on this hatchet here is to glue all these pieces up with some barge cement here. So I'm going to put some copper rivets right around here and right around here, and that's where our anvil comes into play. All right, the time has come to put this anvil to some use. I got this leather sheath here all ready to roll. And what I like to use putting these sheaths together is a copper rivet here called a saddler's rivet. And so I got these holes drilled out. You know, sometimes I like to drill these holes out. Sometimes I like to punch them out. But when it's this thick right here, it's nice just to go through with the drill. So these here, I'm just going to slide these rivets through. And now that I got the rivets in, I'm gonna come in with this washer right here. And see, these rivets are tapered just a little bit there. And so I slide this washer on, and I just have a little pipe here, and I'm gonna hammer that washer down. And that's where this anvil here is really gonna shine for me. That's a nice solid base there to hammer on. I'll just drive all these washers on. I got a whole another video on making a sheath and doing leather work back there in the archives. And I go into great detail about doing all this riveting and the leather work and the burnishing. So if you guys want to check out that video, that one's a pretty good video on sheath making. Now I'm just going to come in with the ball peen hammer and peen these over. And here on this side of the sheath, this is pretty thick here. And actually, I didn't have any long enough rivets there. So I actually had to make some of my own rivets here. And I made those out of some copper wire here that I got. That's some electrical grounding wire. All right, I think that turned out really cool there. I really love the look of these Saddler's rivets there. And I do like the hammered look of the rivets there. I know I can use a rivet setter there, but I like this old rustic look there of the peened over, you know, with the hammer look there. So let's see how this looks with the axe in it, the hatchet here. And that just slides in just like that. And then we'll snap these closed. Look at that. That's a cool little hatchet cover. I like that style right there. This looks great, but it needs one more finishing touch. All right, cool. That turned out great right there. And that brings us to the next subject here, is these letter stamps. Now I have a whole set of these right here. This is a holder I made a while back there, but I have the whole alphabet here in 1/4 inch, and I have different sizes. These are made by C.H. Hansen here, and right, you can buy them by the whole alphabet. And I got some old sets here that are my grandfather's here of numbers there, and then you know, here's a smaller set here of the whole alphabet there and numbers. And these are just great for, you know, here's some old brass ones that were stamped. You know, these are kind of like coat check or a tool room or that type of thing. You know, you would go check a tool out and they would give you a tag there. And then there's all kinds of stamps like these guys. Look at this. This is a little tree. And what else we got here? Here I got more trees, and I got birds, and check out these guys right here. That is the Rocky Mountains, and here's a little tent. So yeah, let's make a little tag here real quick. I'm just gonna use these trees right here, and I'm just gonna make like a little keychain tag here real quick. All right, how about we put a nice little happy tree right over here. All right, we got some nice happy trees in there. And this is a design I saw someone doing a little while back and inspired me to get these tree stamps. And I just think it's awesome. All right, check that out. Isn't that cool? That's it's like you're laying on the forest floor and you're staring up into the sky there. And you got a couple eagles coming in. All right, so to enhance this here, it's good to take like a paint pen and fill in all those marks there to make it stand out. So I'm just gonna go over this one here with a black Sharpie. All right, now that that's filled in, I'm just gonna rub it off with this towel here. All right, isn't that a cool little keychain there? And there's all kinds of things you can do. I also use those letter stamps for personalizing tools. Here's some brass plate there, and I stamped my name in there, and then just epoxied it to the tape measure there. Here's another one that's in aluminum there. Moving on here, this is a job that came into the shop last week. Doing this job for a friend, Jack, who's a motorcycle mechanic there. And he's customizing a Harley Davidson for somebody. And they wanted to have these front forks all smooth, and they wanted me to take these lugs off and where the brake calipers would sit here. So I'm just over here on the Bridgeport mill, and I'm hogging off a bunch of material before I head over to the Lawn lathe there. And now I got these forks set up on the lathe, and I'm just turning these down, and here's an interrupted cut there. I'm just knocking it down until I can get that cutter to run nice and smooth all along this fork here. Here I'm picking up a little speed on the lathe there to get a nice finish, and then now I'm coming in with a little sandpaper and giving this kind of like that brushed nickel look there. And these just came out just looking great. Beautiful end product here. I think I finished up here with just some 180 paper. I'll be real interested here to see how this bike turns out at the end there, and maybe I can get some pics there from Jack. And just real quick here before we move over to barbecue land there, I just wanted to show you this Singer sewing machine. I just picked this up at a secondhand store, and $25, you know. I just couldn't pass up on it. I checked out the serial number here. It's a Singer from 1927. Everything seems to be working just great. Just look at the details on this here. Look at these metal plates here with all the nice engraving in there and the paint job on this. What an amazing machine. You just don't see machines like this made anymore. Now I love sitting around a campfire, and I love making beef tenderloin. I love cooking all kinds of stuff on the grill. So the other day, I got busy on this 55-gallon drum that I had sitting behind the shop there. I got a few of these hanging around. And so I got busy, and I thought I'd make a barbecue. So here I am. I'm drilling some air vent holes here in the bottom. And here now I'm drilling some holes here for some screws that are going to hold the bottom grate that's going to hold the charcoal and the wood in the bottom, so I can get good ventilation right underneath the wood there while it's burning. So here I'm just installing the screws here. And here I'm dropping in the bottom grate there. This is just a grate that I had left over from a Weber grill. And likewise with the top here, it's pretty cool that this 55-gallon drum, if you take a lid to a Weber grill, it fits right on the top. Here I'm dropping in another grill from a Weber grill there, right onto the top. And now over to the yard here, I got to make a little fire pit. So just hacking up a little grass here, digging this all out. And I got my assistant here, my cat, who helps me out on a lot of projects in the shop there. Alright, and I had a big pile of rocks close by there, and boy, I put this fire pit together in just a few minutes. This went really quick. Alright, now I'm going to drop the grill in here. And then I got a bunch of smaller rocks over there, and I just kind of tucked those in around the perimeter of this here just to make this nice and stable there. And yep, there's my assistant there, keeping an eye on things. And now I'm just chopping up a little kindling here with that little Norlund hatchet. And I want to light a fire in this barbecue here, and I just want to burn off any residual stuff in the inside of it and burn off the paint fumes here from the outside, so when I go to cook up that beef tenderloin in here later, that it's all nice and clean in there. Now for the beef tenderloin recipe here. I got 2 cuts right here of some nice tenderloin, right? And I've had this sitting out at room temperature for a while. And what I'm going to do now is just take some kosher salt here and just liberally salt this on all sides. And now that that's salted, I just want to let that sit for about 20 minutes to a half an hour and just let that salt work in there. For the veggies here, I got some onions I'm going to throw on the grill and some asparagus. And all I'm going to do for the onion here is just slice this in half. And then I'm going to put that face down on the grill. All right, now these have been sitting with the kosher salt on there for about a half an hour and starting to look really good. And now I want to come in and I want to wrap these in some bacon here. So I'm just going to wrap this bacon right around just like that. And then I got these little bamboo toothpicks there, little skewers, just to hold that bacon on the sides here. And it's all right to use a few of them on there. You know, just to hold that bacon in place however you got to do it there, just like that. And then I'll wrap this one up. And now what I'm going to do is come in with some pepper here. And don't be afraid to use a lot of pepper. I put it on real heavy here. All right, see how much pepper I got on there? That's a lot of pepper. And then I'll just pat it in, right? Flip these over and do the same here on the other side. Give it a good grinding of that pepper there. All right, same thing here. Just give that a pat in there. Heavily doused with the pepper there. And then here's an important step right here. You got to get yourself a digital thermometer like this, right? And this is super key here to making this come out great. So you get the digital thermometer, and I set it to 122 degrees there is how I like these to come out. So I'm going to take this thermometer and I'm going to slide this right into the center here and try to get that exactly in the center as best you can. You can see here now that the internal temperature of the beef tenderloin is 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the middle of that. So when it gets to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, the alarm's going to go off and you pull these off of the fire. All right, I'm using lump charcoal here, and this is great charcoal to use for this, great flavor. And I got it lit up here in this chimney, and that's been cooking for a little while. And now the key to this is that I want to dump this charcoal out on one side. So I'm going to dump it out right over there, right on that side. And then I'm going to throw a few more pieces here right on top of this. All right, and keep that going. All right, now that these coals are looking great here, I'm gonna throw the grill top on right here, right? And I'm just gonna give it a light dusting here with a little oil over the top there. All right, now I got the steaks here, the tenderloin, and what I want to do is I want to put these steaks on the cold side of the grill, way over here, right? And I got this one right here. It's got the thermometer in there. You know, put that right there. And then we got our thermometer. We'll keep that out right here, and that will go off at 122. I'm gonna throw some onions on here. I'm also gonna throw this asparagus right on here. All right, now drop the lid on and we'll wait till that thermometer hits 122. All right, while those steaks are climbing their way to 122 degrees, that should take about 20 minutes to reach 122 degrees in there. You want it to go real slow there. And while those are going, I got the cast iron pan here. I got some butter in there. And I got the camp stove going right here, right? And I want to get this pan piping hot with butter in there, and we're gonna do the reverse sear. So I'm gonna pull those steaks off of the grill as soon as they hit 122, and then I'm gonna sear them over here in a really hot pan for about 30 seconds on each side. All right, 122, we're good to go. All right, let's take a look. All right, awesome. Look at those. Those look perfect right there. Asparagus is looking great. Get the onions. All right, now I'm gonna take these right off, put them onto the hot pan there. I got this pan piping hot here, and I'm gonna take this right off. And we're gonna put this in for 30 seconds right here. 30 seconds aside on these. Look at that asparagus, right? What more could you ask for? A nice summer evening. Got the grill going. Look at this grill. This thing turned out awesome. All right, and the ticket with this now, 30 seconds each side, right? And then we're gonna wrap it in a piece of foil here. Then after we get it in this foil, we're gonna stick it in this cooler here for 10 minutes. Oh yeah, look at that. That's looking great. All right, that 30 seconds is up. I'm gonna put that right into the foil here. Wrap this up. All right, and I'm gonna drop this right into the cooler here. All right. And now for the next one. Look at that. That just looks amazing. 30 seconds is up. I'll take that off. Into the foil right there. Give it the wrap. And right into the cooler there. And we'll let that rest with the lid on there for 10 minutes. While that's resting in the cooler there, we'll take this asparagus and drop it right in the butter here. Look at these onions. We'll throw these onions right in here too. 10 minutes has passed there, and let's see what we got here. All right, that's feeling great there. Yeah, look at that, look at that. Look at all that nice juice there, all right? All right, I'll pull out this one right here. Woo! Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, now let's give this a slice here and we'll see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. That is just perfect. All right, so there you guys go. Give this recipe a try there, right? We got 122 degrees on the grill with a thermometer, right? When it hits that temperature, pull it out, put it in the sear there in the pan with the butter, right? 30 seconds on each side, wrap it in the tin foil, put it in the cooler for 10 minutes, and oh my God, you have got an amazing meal there. All right, right on, right on. That was a jam-packed episode there, and we sure did cover a lot of territory. And I just gotta say, I just love working on these projects in the shop. And I don't know where I would be without a shop to work in and creative ideas to explore. And I'm just all over the place. I love doing so many different things. And I love eating too. You guys are gonna love that beef tenderloin recipe there. Cook it up tonight, head out to the store, get some tenderloin, some bacon, and get that going. And I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. So if you wanted to drop a comment in the comment section there, and like and subscribe if you already haven't there, and any help you guys could give me on spreading the word here of my YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate it. I sure do love making these videos, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content there. And so I hope you guys are all great, enjoying your summer there, and I'll see you all soon. All right, right on.